Your crypto in health. You want to know how crypto is working in health? We come to you every day with juicy news on wealth, wellness, and well-being. We're broadcasting to you live from 1.4 degrees south of the equator and 37 degrees east of the central meridian. I like to tell you we're right in the cryptographic middle of the world. You're with me, Scholastica Mugi, and I'm coming to you at 1300 hours Coordinated Universal Time, UTC, here on the Ubricoin channel. You're just in time. So glad you could join us on this brand new week. And once again, we have a chance to be the best versions of ourselves. So we're not going to let down. We're not going to let ourselves down. We need to prove that we can do it once again. And of course, you remember to maintain good hygiene of washing your hands with soap and water, sanitizing with an alcohol-based sanitizer, wearing your mask every time you're in public, and observing social distancing. COVID-19 is still here with us, guys. Let us not ignore, let us not pretend that we don't know that the infections are still going higher by the day. Let's keep ourselves protected as well as our loved ones. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and massive love to great people that I have: Grace, Naomi Shiko, Susan, Irene, Barbara Abed, Evans, Betty, JJ, Jojo, David Muturu, Miss Kindness, Wichari Productions, Madam Beatrice Morango, Joyce of Seattle, Dr. Stephen Karanja, Pinch 254, Samuel Gatua, Brand Rakoi, Ian Mwangi, Jacob Yator, Mr. Mbugwa Kimani, Kimani Kamau, Eglantin Lonperia, Romario, Producer Purity, Paul Njoroge, Jane Nelson, The Prince, Triza, Justin Muhammad Ali, Global Trader, Ruth Owino, Jane Gashugu, Irene Keaton, Engineer Masinga, The Comical Canadian, Mark Wawero, Stephen Opanga, Raja Usman, Veronica Mwangi, Justus Kimeli, to our ubricoin Masterclass Gang, Chiza, Charles Care, Madam Ruth Owino, Job, Jacob Yator, Washira SM Pwani, Jane Washira, Lynn Washira, Madam Beatrice Morango, David Ogutu, Bishop Mackenzie, Isaac Kithua, David Ogutu, Miriam Flower, Moses, Mr. Mbuthia, Pastor Zippy, Jessica, Daniel John, Mr. Mbugwa Kimani, Alpha Nyota, Steve Nyabuto, Jason Gore, Onjiko Kinuthia, Ibrahim Gitao, Felix Sherry, Fred George Oduk, and there's also Eunice from Nakuru County. Massive love to you people for always showing your support to us. Now, today, Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11 is our inspiration. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Amen and amen to that. That's really amazing to begin our week. Now, on a COVID-19 term, we define COVID-19 disease. Next, on our crypto news segment, we talk about blockchain money versus digital money. And on Ubrica today, we still want more UBN holders, and also I'm looking at more trading gurus. The only way to do this is to keep track of the ubricoin. So let's get started with COVID-19, and this stands for the coronavirus disease of 2019. That's why it's COVID-19 when it was first identified. Now, originally, the 2019 novel coronavirus is the highly contagious disease spreading across most parts of the globe. It is believed to be spread primarily by respiratory droplets from infected people. Fever, cough, and shortness of breath are hallmark symptoms. So you need to be reminded every time what this disease is. Remember, it's highly contagious, and of course, you need to be taking care of yourself every now and then, which brings me also to what is happening in as far as our COVID-19 status here in Kenya is concerned. And so far, the number of tested people is at 140,012 people, and out of that, we have 4,738 who have turned out positive. And then the good news is on the 1,607 who have recovered, and the death toll is now at 123. So you can see, guys, we keep on saying we need to do more for ourselves, and we need to take care of one another so that we can overcome together. So we can now cross over to our crypto news segment, and we're looking at news on businessdailyafrica.com, and this is news by Faustin Gila, who talks about, are digital currencies the answer to Africa's volatility? Now let us read through it and see what he says. Now, African nations have persistently suffered from high inflation rates, robbing citizens of wealth and purchasing power in the past decade. Now, a new study recommends that the mass adoption of digital currencies to erase such hurdles. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that have limited supplies, disinflationary monetary models, and decentralized governance offer protection against these effects, says a report titled The State of Crypto in Africa. Now, many countries on the continent suffer from depreciating and often volatile national currencies. Over the past 10 years, for instance, the South African rand, despite recent stability, has lost over 50% of its value against the US dollar. Now, other African currencies such as the Nigerian naira, Egyptian pound, Algerian dinar, Ethiopian birr, and Ghanaian cedi have fared similarly. Now, the findings released recently by Akin Research in collaboration with crypto exchange provider Luno rather, suggests that despite Africa's currently underdeveloped financial infrastructure, several major catalysts exist that are conducive to the widespread adoption of cryptocurrencies over the next decade. Now, many of these factors are unique to the continent and present an excellent opportunity for projects that can leverage on the region's potential. And I want to also quote what the report states. Now, disinflationary crypto assets that enjoy digital scarcity are certainly one option for citizens to escape these effects. Stable coins pegged to fiat currencies such as US dollar that have historically outperformed African currencies also present an effective solution. Now, this article goes on to talk about Bitcoin. The same survey talks about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are unique in that they combine the wealth preservation properties of land, assets such as gold, and land with the portability of digital currency combined with an unparalleled degree of censorship resistance. Now, okay, so cryptocurrencies also offer the ability to lower cost and fast remittance payments than is currently available. Now, cryptocurrencies are a possible solution to this. These costs are due to a combination of an inefficient and uncompetitive banking market, as well as reliance on legacy financial communication systems. Now, cryptocurrencies are a possible solution to these problems, especially the solutions that prioritize lower fee payments okay, as per the report. Now, I think this report mainly is looking at digital currency, and at the same time, it talks about blockchain money because it's looking at adoption of cryptocurrencies in Africa. Now, however, I would like us to focus, my main focus on this article would be for us, it is important for us, even as we talk about digital currencies, to differentiate between digital currencies as digital money and blockchain money, because when you talk about digital money, like for instance here in Kenya we have the M-Pesa, which is the digital money, but it is definitely that M-Pesa money, it's still fiat currency, and fiat currency is owned by government. Again, this fiat money, definitely, first of all, the digital money doesn't mean it has the intrinsic power of the blockchain money. And why I say that is that because definitely this money remains as it's definitely government issued, and so it means it's legal tender from the government. Now, however, when you cross over to blockchain money, you realize that first of all, the characteristics of blockchain money are very impressive. And looking at what Andreas Antonopoulos looks about, that's the Bitcoin guru, who's an entrepreneur and author in the field of Bitcoin. He talks about, in his presentation about Bitcoin to the Senate in Canada, he talks about the decentralized nature of blockchain money. There's no regulation, there's no center to the network, and also that means there's no central authority, and there's no concentration of power, in that now there's some individuals who have the power to regulate the currency. So there's definitely no actor in whom this complete trust must be vested, meaning blockchain money is unchangeable, it's permissionless, and there are no intermediaries. It's also unforgeable. So you can see that there's a very big distinction. I mean, you have to distinguish between digital money and when we talk about blockchain money. So this distinction is very important for us to look at. And also, when we refer to the Africa's volatility and the values of the change in price, definitely we need to see what are we talking about when it means volatile. The volatility has to be based on three values, which were were brought to us by Bendel, Slater, and Rudick on their value sequence typology paper. And this paper highlighted the past. There are three types of values which we always bring to you. That's the past value, the present value, and the future value. Now, that first of all then needs to tell you that the volatility of past value does not match the volatility of present value. And this I say by, first of all, when you look at the Kenya shilling right now, the Kenya shilling has been stable in terms of it, comparing it to the dollar. It has remained constant. You could say one Kenya shillings is equals to 100 Kenya shillings. That has been a bit constant for some time, which is now the present value for the Kenya shilling. However, when you compare that to the past value, which is like, for instance, land, the value of land has increased, which means that this same Kenya shilling, you cannot use the present value of Kenya shillings to buy that land because the land has appreciated. So when we look at volatility, it's very important to be definitely more money. And so that is where we want to concentrate. When you talk about volatility, let's look volatility in the aspects of what value does the money have. And that is why we opt for blockchain technology, guys, because we have known now that blockchain money cannot compete with fiat currency. There's no way it can compete with fiat currency because, as I have said, there's no way fiat currency is borderless, because then definitely Kenya shillings, you only use Kenya shillings while you are in Kenya. Once you move out of Kenya, you will need another currency. You'll need to change that Kenyan shilling into another currency of that different country. But blockchain money is definitely different. You can use UBN wherever you are in the world, you see. So we can send you can have the ubricoins wherever you are across the globe. I hope you understand that. And that is what makes cryptos a great deal. And that is why cryptos are definitely already, if they're not the next big thing, then I don't know what you would be looking for. So that is amazing, and it's good that we here in Kenya are also recognizing the importance of, bringing this news of cryptos to the people, because then we need to keep updating people on what is happening in as far as cryptos are concerned, and in as far as us understanding the digital currencies is concerned. So that is really amazing. So talking about cryptos, of course, you know that the best crypto that you have got is your ubricoin, which is the held crypto. You'll not find any other crypto that has the best project, which is achieving universal held to the people is concerned. So ubricoin is the deal to go. And talking about ubricoin, we want to still see more holders for the ubricoin. First of all, today's price is really amazing. I can see we have an increase of 44.5%, which is really good. That means that people are visiting either scan.io and they're clicking on the exchange tab, because once you click on the exchange tab, then you are able to get to the exchanges that are currently the most active exchanges that are in the market. And today the first on the list is Finexbox. That's the UBN ETH pair. It's really doing well, but we need to increase that volume, guys. And also CryptLock X exchange, the UBN ETH pair is also following closely, and we also want to do something. The price for CryptlockX exchange is really amazing. You need to look at that once you get to etherscan.io. And of course, there's also the Ether flyer that comes with the UBN ETH pair. It's doing really amazing, but we still need to do something about the volume. Now, UBN BTC is slowly peaking on Phoenix Box Exchange, so you need to still do a lot, guys. And as far as getting to the exchanges is concerned, you and I have a real responsibility in ensuring that we get the UBRs on our wallet, on our smartphone, to the place that we want to see it in as far as price is concerned. I know that tomorrow you'll come back to us. You'll thank yourself actually for having participated actively in boosting the price for the ubricoin. So it is our role and our duty to make sure that we keep track of what is happening to the price of ubricoin at coingecko.com. And then, not stopping at that, you still need to do your part by visiting etherscan.io, and then you connect the exchanges from there. That's the Phoenix Box, CryptlockX exchange, then there's the Ether flyer, and use all these pairs to your advantage to trade ubricoin as much as you can. So guys, I'd like to love you and leave you at that. And definitely I'm going to leave you with a quote by actor Stephen C. Hogan, who says, most people miss great opportunities because of their misperception of time. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. I have been your girl, Scholastica Mugi, and until tomorrow, it is goodbye for now. Ciao.